everybody. Good afternoon to you. How are you? It's a beautiful day here in Oregon today. It's a little bit hot, but not too terribly hot. I'm just thankful that it's not up in the 90s. Oof, I wouldn't be able to breathe. So I wanted to do a react to a video that I've been trying to react to for the past 2 days. And things just keep happening. I got a chance to catch up, so I'm going to catch up. I posted a react to Neo Tarot's newest tarot reading on Foodie. Very interesting indeed. I recommend everybody go watch it because it's very interesting, especially near the end. There's a lot of like very oof moments going on. So please check out that video. But the video I wanted to react to was a live that Chantal did called Depressed No Snacks. So, Chantal, you're bringing up mental health again, and you are claiming to be depressed, when really what the real issue is you want food, and you can't have food. But when you get food, magically your depression goes away. So, is it true depression? I really don't think so. It really doesn't feel like real depression to me. It just seems like you're cranky because you can't get what you want when you want it. But I wanted to sit in and give my thoughts on this live, as well as show you guys some bits and pieces off of Twitter that might make you smile and pertains to Foodie. So why don't we just do that? I've been sitting here collecting stuff on Twitter, as I do. And I found a good collection of stuff. Some of them will make you smile. I'm always wanting to make people smile here. So let's start here. All right. So for those of you that are on Twitter X and you'd like to follow me on Twitter X, it's Wow Girl Sarah. Let's start here with a tweet from, is it Poochie Cat? Saying he's a part-time model. So I buy my cat Meow Mix. And look, there's a cat that looks exactly like the cat on the bag. Oh, so that's what the actual cat looks like. Okay. Very cool to know. All right, another one from Punch Cat saying that's her man now. So Kitty is all curled up with this gentleman, and somebody else is trying to pet the kitty, and the kitty's like, I am comfortable. Do not mess with me. Don't move me. The cat is very comfortable, getting the snuggles, warming up, and the cat's like, nope, leave me alone. Listen, if an animal chooses you, they choose you. Even if you're an owner and your cat chooses your mate, that's just how it is. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This cat has definitely chosen her human. Here's a funny one from Bootenbegan, Liz Bulldog. Okay, anybody who was watching my tarot live last night, you saw how Booger was interacting with me. I was up really late. Booger is an old lady cat. And she tells me when to go to bed. Isn't that funny? I'm the adult. I am the human. I'm the pet parent. But my pet tells me when to go to bed. And if I don't go to bed when she wants me to, she's going to do things to try to get me to go to bed. So last night during the tarot live, she was trilling at me. She was talking to me. She was all over me, curling up in my arms. All she wanted was for me to turn off all the lights, get into bed, so she could curl up under the covers with me for about 10 minutes. I mean, that's our bedtime. And she wants to be in bed with mama. So she was really pushing me to go to bed. So here's this bulldog, loves its owner. And look, don't, you know, your pets love you when they treat you like a couch. They lay on you, they sit on you. You are their most favorite piece of furniture. And clearly this bulldog loves its daddy. Speaking of kitties, hi. You hear this? This is Blackie. She's in the house, huh, baby? Hi. One moment and let me feed Blackie, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to stop tape for a minute to feed Blackie and give her some fresh water. She came in the front door. Maybe you guys heard her meow. She's looking for her food. You would think that because it's summertime that she would be out hunting all this stuff in the field, but she is an all black cat. And due to the direct sunlight, she gets hot really easy. Plus, her being all black, she's going to stick out like a sore thumb if she tries to hunt anything. So she comes and she looks for food over here, and I gave her some fresh water so she can be hydrated. And, she went off to lay in the shade for a minute. So we're going to get back to the react. I would love to keep her food outside all the time, but this property has lots and lots of black sugar ants. They don't bite you. It's just they get into food and everything really quick. So every time I feed her, I got to take the food out and bring it back in. But let's go on back to reacting to stuff on Twitter. So where do we leave off? This bulldog that is treating the owner like a couch. That's their way of saying they love you. That's a cat. That's a dog or cat's way of saying I love you. I love you so much. I'm gonna treat you like a couch. I'm gonna lay on you. Booger and Blackie both lay all over me. They can't get close enough. All right. So this is a bit of the blast from the past. Now, for those of you that are new to the Foodieverse, and there's lots to know. The lore is long. It goes back several years. Maybe some of you have heard of the Red Room picture, but you're not quite sure what it's in reference to. Well, backstory. So Shenanigans was sent a picture by somebody that Salah sent to Allah. I don't know why Salah would send this picture to Allah of Salah in bed with a female. Now, the picture you're about to see, there was more to it. There was more of the face. There was more of a nude body, but Shenanigans, when she put it on Twitter, she purposely edited out the face and the body parts to protect this woman's identity. But for those of you that want to know what is going on with the Red Room picture, that is the Red Room picture. Shenanigans says Salah is a predator. Let me just remind Chantal that her husband had sex with a woman, took a picture of her while she was sleeping, and sent it to a friend. The fact that he took the picture while she was sleeping, that's just creepy. She did not consent to have her picture taken, especially with her clothes off, especially while she was sleeping. That is just creepy behavior. That is so disrespectful, but that is something that Salah chose to do. I had to crop this pic out of respect to the woman, but there was actual nudity. Think about how predatory that is. Yes, very predatory. And when Shenanigans dropped the picture, you guys can see the date right there. We got some receipts here. February 13th, 2023. Shenanigans said in that tweet, this was dropped into my DMs. I edited it down because I didn't want to expose too much of the innocent woman in the picture. This is allegedly a pic Salah sent to Allah of one of his conquests. The picture was more graphic, but out of respect, I kept it PG. And I think that's an awesome thing you did, Shenanigans, because this woman, we don't know who she is. We don't know her background. But if she's over in Kuwait, a nude picture of anybody in Kuwait, that could have serious consequences. Even if you did not consent to have your picture taken, that could have serious consequences in the Middle East. So I'm glad that you took out the nudity and you took out the face. You were being as respectful as you could with it. But for those who want to know what is the Red Room picture, there it is. So Chantal, the thing with Salah, with Kai Bella, that wasn't even Salah's first offense with Chantal. Let's go back over the ones that I know about. First offense, she found pictures of a woman on his phone. That was offense number 1, right? Then, of course, there was the Red Room picture, which I'm showing you. Offense number 3, everything he said to Kai Bella that got exposed. And then there's also offense number 4. Something weird happened in Thailand. I can't say exactly what, but the story was just so strange about Chantal and Salah going to Thailand, and there was some kind of adult something on the TV. Y'all remember that? So something weird happened in Thailand. And I remember the tension was at an all-time high with the two of them in Thailand, and it continued after they left. So something definitely happened, I think, in Thailand. So Kai Bella was not Salah's first offense. She was, I believe, number 3 or 4. But there's been multiple offenses here, but she keeps taking him back. She keeps forgiving him because, this is my opinion, I think she wants the sympathy of, oh, look at me, I got cheated on. She wants to go to her audience and play that angle, but also use the offense and forge it into a weapon to, in a sense, beat him over the head. Use it against him as a means of manipulation and control. Look at all that I did for you, and look what you did to me. This is how she plays the game. She'll use anything as a weapon, as leverage. And by the way, Salah, lean in. I got something to tell you. So you were over there trying to play fake Dom with Kai Bella, right? Do you remember that? I remember that. In BDSM, there is a term by the name of topping from below. Do you know what that means? Topping from below means you have someone who's the dominant. They're in the dominant role. You have someone who's a submissive, and they are in the submissive role. But the submissive, during play, is actually trying to act dominant or be dominant over the dominant. That's topping from below. And that is what Chantal is doing to you. She's playing stupid, like she doesn't know anything. She said once she's not as stupid as we think. She's playing innocent and naive when she's not. And she's making you believe that you have more control than what you do. At the same time, she's controlling you. So there is an element of topping from below going on there. When it suits her, when she thinks she can get one over on you, she is acting submissive, acting, not being. And then at the same time, being controlling and bossy, topping from below. Just something for your knowledge base there, sir. All right, Queen of WTF. She said she had to get a bigger spoon since the plastic one was too small. Y'all see what's going on here. This is one from our newest mukbang. I refuse to react to this trash. If other reactors want to do it, God bless y'all. Maybe you can make it entertaining, but it's too triggering for me. I'm not going to sit there and watch her gorge on food. No, thank you. I don't think my audience wants it either. I'll wait for the lives. I'll wait for other things of interest, but I am not interested in watching her do self-harm content. No. I want to protect my audience a little bit. Just, I think it's just too much for me. And I'm worried about how it'll affect other people. So moving on, Acadia Strong says she's always making excuses for the men in her life. But then again, she's also had sex with a homeless person, a married man for whoppers. She's not exactly a good judge of character of the moral police. No. And yes, that happened. She traded sexual favors for food. She did sexual acts for food. And it wasn't like she was starving. She just wanted the food. She just wanted certain foods. Fondue Pondu says the mouth, thumbnails, the sucking and slurping, food juices all over your face. We see you. Yeah, she's going all in with the Foodie content. She's going all in. And she even told on herself recently. She's almost straight up admitted that she's doing Foodie content on Cameo. But that's something I told y'all ages ago, that I had a feeling that's what Cameo is for. For some reason, it bothers her that she doesn't want to get caught on an actual Foodie site. So let's use Cameo for that purpose. So that's what it's being used for. If she wasn't making money on Cameo doing something, she wouldn't keep up with it. She was interested in TikTok, but when she found out she can't make money on TikTok, notice that she's really not interested in TikTok anymore. She's only interested in things where she can make money. She even said herself recently, she uses TikTok as a means to point back at her YouTube channel, trying to grow her audience, but that's about it. The majority of her energy is put into finding ways to make money on Cameo and through YouTube, trying to attract more of the Foodie people. A chick and a duck says, if you haven't found James Brightman yet, I highly recommend his channel. He has type 2 diabetes and has great commentary on Foodie, as well as amazing music references. I like James. I recommend James. He's a good guy. I like his laid back, calm demeanor. He's got a bit of cheek with his humor, and he's very straightforward. I just like the calm, you know. Highly recommend James Brightman to y'all. I've reacted to him just to get you guys introduced to him, because there's certain videos that he reacted to. I couldn't do it alone. I needed him there. So highly recommend Mr. James Brightman on YouTube if you haven't checked him out yet. Okay, let's see. My phone's going off. Cut that out. I'm busy. All right, so moving on to Perfectly Imperfect and Biddy. Biddy has a screenshot here. Biddy says, regret what? LOL. My guess is that they never even had a phone conversation about it all. Just messages, pathetic, desperate loser. So let's blow this up because we need context. So this is from Salah. And he starts off saying, "'Cause I love you." I guess this is Chantal he's talking to. Her replies are, "I hope so. I hope I'm not being made a fool for doing this, and I won't regret it, and that you do feel bad for how you hurt me." He says, regret what? She says, forgiving you and giving another chance. He says, I am telling you, you will never see anything bad from my side. And she says, okay then. So that's all it took to be forgiven? For him stepping outside the lines and going to a beezer, somebody in her audience, and saying the things that he said. It was just that quick. There was no waiting period. There was no probationary period. She just straight up forgave him. And I like this comment from Kristen here on the side. Kristen says, not that he won't do anything bad again, just you won't see anything bad. Good point, Kristen. Well said. It's not that he won't do anything bad again. It's that he won't get caught next time. He'll hide it better. He got caught with the text messages because he thought by putting things into vanish mode or whatever it is on Instagram that he would not get caught. He got caught because there was a second phone involved. So he's saying, you will never see anything bad from my side. Not that he will never do anything wrong ever again, but you'll never see it. You won't see it and it won't embarrass you. And that was good enough for her. So thank you for posting that. Perfectly Imperfect and Biddy. And here we go. Another shot from her freaking mukbangs, courtesy of Queen of WTF. I am not reviewing that trash. No, thank you. Hidden Truths says, did she forget that she was the one who clarified that it was Salah by going live? No one knew who it was. She could have lied, but she can't because she's spiteful. It's her that can't move on from her past, and she never will as long as she can profit from it. She will never be done. Nope. She came live and she confirmed that it was Salah. And again, I think she did it for two reasons. She wanted the sympathy. Oh, I'm the victim. Look at the wrong he did to me. And also to use this indiscretion as a weapon against him to manipulate him and control him. She's very calculated, our girl. Very calculated. If something bad happens, she tries to find the things within that thing to work to her advantage. You know, she's very crafty. All right. So is that it? I believe that is it. And that's perfectly fine because we got a live to get to. All right. So let's see if I can get through this stream today. And yes, she's in portrait mode. I don't know why she's in portrait mode. It makes no sense. But we'll cover part of this live. If she gets boring, we'll skip ahead. I don't care. My reacts don't have to be of a certain length. I don't have to react to every single thing from Chantal. I'm just here to get the meat and potatoes off the buffet and move it along. So, y'all ready? If you're not ready, take a moment, stop the video, go get something cold to drink, something to eat, settle in, come back. Totally get that. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
I accidentally hit it. Oh, eggs on legs. Yeah, you did. Nikki, Darren. Hi, everybody. Mike, who did I miss? I'm behind. Jeez. Anyway.
I hate to be rude. Please forgive me. There's something that I would like to show you before we get deep into this. Are you guys okay with that? Forgive me. It totally escaped my mind. But there's something that I would like to show you. Something of interest that I just posted on my community page. And this is courtesy of the channel Are You Serious? Okay? We'll be very brief. I just want to show this to you. All right. So, we've all been saying for the longest that Chantal is cosplaying at being a Muslim. She's being a fraud, pretending to care about things when she really doesn't care. We've all been known she doesn't care, but I would like to show you just some further proof and receipts how much she doesn't care. So I reposted this courtesy of Are You Serious? Are You Serious says, Foodie, you are a disgrace. So here's the comment from Chantal. So, there's supposed to be a bunch of boycotts that she should be doing. Here's the comment from Foodie saying, yeah, same. I have several reasons. I think a lot of people boycott without even knowing why they are. Just follow everyone else. I was kind of doing that also. So she was, I guess, supporting Palestine. To do that, she was supposed to be boycotting, buying products from certain companies. But she's abandoned that now. Completely abandoned it. And I think, she doesn't really care about Palestine or any other thing. She cares about herself. But if she's getting deep into the Foodie content, the Foodies want her to drink certain things, eat certain things. And how is she going to do that if she's got part of the story arc going on where she's supposed to be supporting something and boycotting other things? And the Foodies are saying, we'll pay you X amount if you eat these things. So how can she get around that? By making a post and confessing, I really didn't support that. I was just a big old liar. And she and everybody else on her side wonders why the reaction channels don't like her. Because she's a liar. Because she's a fake and a fraud. She stands for nothing. She's not truthful at all. Okay? This is why. Has nothing to do with her weight. Her weight is her issue. Not our issue. We don't like the fact that she's dishonest. And she's a liar. And she hurts people. And she's manipulative. But I just wanted to show that to y'all real quick. Okay, again, courtesy of Are You Serious? So, going back to the live stream. Oh, something else of interest. This will make you giggle. So, Mr. Snowflake has another channel called Under the Hood. and he's been doing lives going back over past streams like the Cuba Rages. Today, he is going over Poopgate. And Kai Bella hopped in the chat, was talking with people. I'm pretty sure Chantal is going to do a rage stream later. I'm sure she's watching and she's lurking because she always is, but she's going to go all the way off. Not only that, but another tidbit of interest. So there is a channel by the name of Life in Vibe. Life in Vibe is a nurse. She's also a court-mandated reporter, which they're required to report on things if they know them, and reported Chantal for child abuse, with the fact that Chantal knew that Ghostface Gamer is a minor, letting him in the stream, making him a part of it, making him a mod. So Life and Vibe has been reporting Chantal. So Chantal is getting it from all angles. Do I think that YouTube's going to do anything? I honestly don't think so. She's done so much, and YouTube just does not care. Like they like talk to the hand. I don't want to listen. That's their attitude. So yeah, that's the feeling. That is the honest feeling. But I just thought I'd let you guys know that before we get deep into this and I forget. So let's get to, shall we?
I'm super depressed.
Oh, shut up. No, you're not. Depressed people, when they are depressed, and I understand, depression comes in many forms and it has many faces and we all handle it differently. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. But she's not depressed. How could she be depressed and turn on a camera and talk to people? She's not depressed, y'all. She's irritated because she decided to put herself on some kind of calorie plan, and she ate a bunch of calories and she's only got a few left. And now she's grumpy because she can't have the snacks that she wants. Although if she wants the snacks, who's going to stop her? Nobody can stop her from eating what she wants. She's going to get what she wants. This rage, anger that she's going to show us, it's all phony. Because nobody's going to stop her from getting food. Nobody's withholding anything. But let's keep going.
Because here is PC Sylvael. Who did I miss here? I know I missed a bunch of people. Erica, he's good. Green grapes. Tangerine. I wasn't ready. Good thing you didn't. Hi, Golden Girl. Vanessa. I don't know. I hope I had my hijab on. I was putting my hijab on. I look different? No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You can kind of tell when the filters are not working. I mean, there are some filters going on here, y'all. Immediately, right off the bat, the skin smoothing filter working. I know it's working. Chantal has rosacea on her face. So without the filter, her cheeks would be very, very red, and maybe even her nose. That skin smoothing filter helps to, calm it down a bit, not make it as noticeable. So there's that. Like, you can tell the difference when she doesn't use her filters. And that pointy chin thing, that's a filter too. She don't have a pointy chin.
Hi, ruins of coolness. Scapegoat, why this record putting kids on a school bus every day when school is only Monday through Friday? Hi, Cow Blanket. Anyways, I wrote this down because, So I'm allowed, I do my fitness pal basically to do something. Even if it's small, it's still something, right? So
oh my God. Who's live? Hold on. I knew she was going to go live. I knew she was going to go live. Are you serious? She's going live. Hold up. Okay, sorry about that. I just peeked on Chantal's current live. It doesn't look like anything special. She's not angry. She's not raging. It just looks like the same old boring, same old. So I'm not too worried. I'm going to stick to this react because I really want to do it. and give my thoughts on it. So, the current Chantal can wait because I want to do this thing. So, let's keep going, okay? Let me go back to her live. Let's continue.
Allowed 1,990 calories a day per MyFitnessPal. Today I had 1,861, which means I only have 129 calories left.
I watched this live, and now I'm paying attention to the amount of calories that she's allotting herself. So total day for her would be less than 1,200 calories. I don't know if that's accurate because I'm 5'3". I'm 3 inches taller than Foodie, about 130 pounds. My normal intake for the day, depending on how active I am, should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,600, 1,800, maybe 2,000 calories, about that. So she's giving herself less than 1,200 calories. I don't see how that would be accurate, even as a 5-foot tall woman. If she ate less than 1,200 calories, would she lose weight? Yeah. Would it be healthy? I don't know. Even with nutritional food, I just don't know. I know she's really sedentary. So being that she's sedentary and she doesn't move much, maybe she does need just that amount of calories. But she's going to tell us that the fitness pal that she has told her that she needs less than 1,200 calories. And she's essentially eaten almost all of them. And because of that, she's cranky because she's only got less than 200 calories left and she wants to have a snack.
Cat Black, just listen. I want to teach you a lesson, Cat Black, okay?
Oh, the snotty Chantal activated.
I want to teach you a lesson.
Ma'am, before you begin to teach everybody else lessons, you should pay attention to yourself. Truly. Before you become the teacher, you have to be the student and you have to learn, and you should be open to learning. All of us, we can be both teacher and student simultaneously. I mean, all of us going through life, we're learning stuff all the time, or we should be learning. You can't have your mind or your soul locked away from learning new things and broadening your horizons and broadening your perspective. The part of the fun of life is learning new things and becoming a better person as a result. But she's over here trying to teach people. At the same time, she needs to learn for herself. Pick up a book and start learning, Foodie.
Whenever you get married and you say I do and you're in love, that doesn't erase all of your world's problems, all right?
You're right. I will agree with you, Chantal. You are absolutely correct. The moment you put a ring on your finger or somebody else puts the ring on your finger, you put on the veil, you walk down the aisle and you say, I do. Marriage does not erase whatever problems you're bringing into the marriage. Hence, why it's a good idea to fix yourself as much as you can before you tie the knot with somebody. Otherwise, the knot's going to get real messy. And if you have the attitude of, I'm going to get married and my partner is supposed to devote 100% of their time and their energy and their focus into fixing me, that's a wrong attitude to have. That's way too much weight for anybody to carry. By looking at your partner and saying, I know you've got your issues. I know there are things you want to do. I know you have interest, but once we get married, all of that is canceled out. It's all about me. That's not a marriage. That's you attaching yourself to a person and saying, once you marry me or you get with me, you really don't have a life of your own anymore. A real marriage means each partner has their own life, has their own interests, is their own person, and they come together to be a team. You like to talk about love. Well, the international symbol for love is the heart, is it not? And are there not two sides to a heart? And don't those sides beat together and they function together? Yes. It can't just be all about one side. Otherwise, it's lopsided and it's unbalanced.
If you think that when you get married, all of your personal problems are just going to go da, 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 in the wind, you have a rude awakening coming. All right, so let me break it down. I had some Samyang noodles because somebody requested that on a Cameo today, and I could only eat a quarter. So that was 138.
Boom, she just told on herself that she gets requests for the Foodie stuff on her Cameo, and she'll do it. And that's precisely why she's keeping up with the Cameo, y'all. What I tell you, what I say. She's doing this stuff. Yes, she is. On Cameo. For some reason, it bothers her that people might find out that she's doing the Foodie stuff on a Foodie site. So doing it on another site that's not called a Foodie site.
Calories. Then I had Mr. Beast Burger, which is 950 calories.
And the reason why she specifically chose Mr. Beast is because Mr. Beast is known. It's a big channel on YouTube. She was clout chasing. And she probably tagged Mr. Beast in this video, hoping to kind of get some views by tagging him and associating him with her. Although the review that she gave of the burger was not really descriptive. There was a lot of eating and less reviewing. She wasn't describing the meal in full like she could have. Like, oh, these fries are big and chunky, and they're crispy on the outside and really soft on the inside. Not too oily, just a little bit of oil and a little bit of spice. I mean, she could have really fleshed out that review. But her descriptive terms are basically nothing.
For a Mr. Beast Burger.
And you did that for clout.
Then 550 calories for the Mr. Beast fries. I had a big bowl of, I had 2 cups of Brussels sprouts in the air fryer. With
what are those poor Brussels sprouts going to do for her health if she's choking down 4,000 calories for a Chinese mukbang and I don't know how many calories for the Mr. Beast burger? And why is she complaining to the audience like it's their fault that she chose to sit down and do a mukbang and consume most of her calories for the day in this mukbang? Why is she coming at people like it's your fault, you made me do this? Nobody made you do it.
Barbecue sauce. So the sprouts are 77 calories. The barbecue sauce is 40 calories because I put 2 tablespoons. That's all I had left in the bottle. And then I had a 3-in-1 for 106 calories. So that's a total of 1,861 calories, which means I don't have any calories left for the day. And we're going to watch a movie later, and I can't have any snacks.
And whose problem was that? Who made those choices that led to you eating up most of your day's calories? That was your choice. So why are you complaining to people about things that you did and you chose to do?
Hi, Lolo.
I don't get it.
YouTube lover. Yeah, I was going the F off today about you.
Okay, Cat Black. She's going off on Cat Black. And Cat Black replies in the chat saying, I've been married for 24 years. Congratulations, Cat, because married for 2 decades is long by today's standards. So congratulations to you. I don't need to be schooled, but what I don't understand is your obsession with food. Well, Kat, this goes all the way back. I mean, she's always been food aggressive. She's always had an obsession with food. If you listen to her stories, because she tells stories, she talks about her childhood, but food is always involved. Like she just hyper fixated on food like nobody's business. And that's why she needs to be put in locked down, inpatient, restricted, no control whatsoever, forced to listen to other people, because that's the only way she's going to get better. If you leave her alone with your phone and the food apps, you know what's going to happen. What's bound to happen.
Having a mirror on your stream. Wait, so you're doing personal eating videos? No, but
yeah, let's talk about the A minor that's been on Foodie stream. Ghostface Gamer. So a couple of creepy things that I found out. Ghostface Gamer, or Ghostface Beauty, because he keeps changing his name. Ghostface Gamer has this weird obsession with Chantal. Really weird. And yes, it's been confirmed that he is an A minor. It's not just somebody saying that they're an A minor and they're not. It's been confirmed. So, obsession, red flag, number one. In Chantal's stream. And white knighting for her. Going after people, making DEATH threats against more than one person. That's number one. Number two, changing their name from Ghostface Gamer to Ghostface Beauty to feel closer to Chantal. Obsessive habit number three, even going so far, is to use her intro for their food videos on their channel. Using her intro. And then also, Chantal has commented on this A minor's channel. So creepy and weird. She allows this person on her channel, even though they are not of age. They are not an adult. And her content is not child friendly. It's fetish content. But this person is so incredibly, weirdly obsessed with Chantal that they change their handle to Ghostface Beauty. Use her intro music. I mean, this is just, it's nuts, y'all. It is absolutely nuts. And she's fine with it.
If somebody sends me a cameo and requests something like that, then I don't mind, you know?
Of course you don't mind, because you're making money. And that's probably the entire reason why you set up Cameo, was to do Foodie videos on the down low.
Brenda, I think this Sansa weirdo should worry about what they eat. All right? How about that? Hi, hot tea. No one cares. Okay.
You know what? If that were true, Chantal, Sansa Cooks would not have the people that she has on her channel, and she wouldn't get the views that she gets on her videos. And she's not a mean, nasty person. She just breaks down the macros and the calories and all that. And why does that bother you so much about what she chooses to do on her own channel? Why does that bother you? Does it bother you because it lets people know just how much you're eating? Like how many calories you're consuming? Is that why you're so incredibly bothered in calling her a weirdo? Sansa Cooks is a lovely person. And she's got a perfect ASMR voice. I mean, just so calming. Sansa, if you ever hear of my video, your voice is perfect for ASMR. I think you'd be absolutely fabulous doing read-throughs of books, doing audiobooks. I'm just letting you know, you get a very beautiful, soft, calming tone to your voice. Very pleasant on the ears.
I know it had a lot of sodium. I'm not stupid. So,
yeah, 10,000 milligrams of sodium for that Chinese mukbang.
I have no snacks, but I look like a snack. I'm dreaming of Everest. Maybe a snack that's been in my IKEA drawer for a few days. Golden Girl! Ice water for you. Just treat yourself. No, I can't do that all the time, Mike. I wish. So I'll just wait till tomorrow. It's not like I'm going to eat like fast food tomorrow, you know? Well, I don't know. I don't know what.
She just had the Mr. Beast mukbang. Isn't that a treat? I mean, you eat a fast food meal, it's going to sit there a minute. How many more treats do you need in a day?
What I'm going to have. I'm craving something home cooked. You know what? I'm craving mafe, but I only have crunchy peanut butter. And with mafe, you have to use smooth peanut butter. And I don't want to do more groceries. Hi, babe.
Yeah, but because you waste your groceries and you go to a food bank and you get food from the food bank and it ends up rotting. Don't do that anymore, Chantal. If you want to eat fast food, eat the fast food. Don't take food from people that actually need it. Don't take it just because it's there and you can, and then it ends up rotting. Just leave the food alone.
No, I don't eat fast food every single day.
Yes, you do.
Welcome salam, Amanda. Hi, Ashley. I actually don't.
Liar.
Hi, Tracy. Today I had fast food, so I don't think I want to eat that again tomorrow.
She says that, and then look at her eyes. The shifty eyes looking all over the place. She doesn't mean it. She'll eat it tomorrow.
I don't know what I'm going to make, but you know what I
Nothing.
wanted to do? I wanted to have grilled cheese and tomato soup.
No, you don't.
Hello, Maddie. Hot tea. If I can't snack, I have fresh fruit. I do have some strawberries, but no, I started counting calories today. Hi, Tanya. I went overboard on seeds, on sunflower seeds. So
She's over there eating 4,000 calories for a Chinese mukbang, 10,000 milligrams of sodium for the Chinese mukbang, and worrying about sunflower seeds? Huh? I can have all this stuff, but not the sunflower seeds.
those are no more, so I'm not having any more. They have Taliban. Yeah, they have like something like DoorDash. No, Brenda, I could care about negative 500 on the drama between SGM and Monty. Okay, I don't care. When's the last day I didn't eat fast food? Well, I had fast food today. I don't know. What did I eat the day before? I don't even remember. Did I have fast food?
Look on your channel. You know what you ate 3 days ago. It's right there.
Nothing happened about blackout or something. Only one day for 3 hours, and that's it. Yes. Hopefully, we don't have to have another blackout. It is like, I think 11 p.m. here after 11. Oh, yeah, I had Chinese. Yeah. Sunflower seeds. Yeah. The thing is if you have barbecue sunflower seeds, sodium.
Does this even make sense, y'all? She sat there and ate a Chinese mukbang with 10,000 milligrams of sodium, 4,000 plus calories for the meal, and worried about a little bit of sodium on sunflower seeds. You know what's popping up in my mind right now? What I keep thinking about? Monty Python. I'm sure a lot of you know about Monty Python. And there was like a skit they did of a gentleman, like a really big, obese gentleman who sat down at a table and he's eating all kinds of food. And at the end of the skit, I guess this guy, he's really, really full. He can't eat another bite. And here comes the waiter saying they're offering him like a complimentary mint. And the guy's telling him, I can't eat another bite. And the waiter's like, just one tiny mint, sir, just one tiny mint. And the man finally says, okay. And then he ends up exploding because that mint just was the apple to tip over the apple cart. So I'm getting that picture with Chantal right now. That, you know, she's eating all this junk food, fast food, and she's over here saying, oh, like the sunflower seeds will be too much.
And they're high in calories, like nuts and seeds. You can go overboard. You're eating Wendy's. We are saving up for travel, but we have a budget for food. So that doesn't matter.
As if that's going to stop you. You're the one making the money. You're the one controlling the money. That's why you going over to Kuwait and saying that Salah is going to help you with your food issue, it'll never work because that's the one thing you maintain control of. As long as you control the money, you can continue the addiction and nobody can stop you. And you structure things to where the men that you surround yourself with, they have to go along with the program. They can't step in and do anything because they're not making the money, you are. So you can control them using money and you can partake of your addiction with the money that you make on YouTube. Like it's a fail system from the jump.
The chicken and rice on camera. Oh yeah, did I eat that both in the same day? Hi, energy egg. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to write down what I eat and count it and plan it out before the day starts.
You know, the planning, would it do her some good to be aware of how much she's eating? Yes. But honestly, at the end of the day, the planning doesn't matter because she could start off with her planning. But if Bob from Idaho, who's a Foodie, approaches her after she's eaten a certain amount of calories and he says to her, look, I'll pay you X amount of dollars for some food eating content, you know what she's going to say? Screw the calorie plan. I got to make my money. Like the money comes first. She's not going to think about her health.
And because if I don't, look what happens. I had a whole Chinese meal. And then I had, I think, the match booths at night, right? I don't know. Yeah, I know vertically. I don't know. I messed up the freaking thing. I messed up the thing. I messed up the orientation of my live stream.
That's your fault.
Thanks, lovely one. What's easy to use, fufu egg? So actually, so yesterday I drew all those characters. You know what I mean? And I want to update. I want to update something. I didn't really take the time to do a good breezy, so this was the one I did, and I made a new one. Okay.
Chantal, I have to give it to you. You're getting real creative with trying to find ways to not get in trouble with YouTube, to poke at certain reactors, try to get a reaction out of them. By reacting to you, then you might get some side views. Like you are trying to avoid a second strike. So you're trying to go around the corner about it. But the thing is, you poke us, we poke back harder. Like what's going on right now. Mr. Snowflake on the Under the Hood channel going over the Cuba rages. I'm sure you're watching, or you were watching, and maybe you're trying to get some side views from that, because I did notice that while he's live, you decided to go live, hoping that maybe people that were over there that figured out that you were live would come over and give you some extra side views. Oh, Chantal's live. Let's go see if she's raging, right? Was that the thinking? I just peeked on your live. You're not doing anything. So it's like, the people that do show up, they're not going to stay if it's boring. You know, like your tactics are weird. You do things to get people's attention, but then you don't do what it takes to keep it. This is where you fail. This is where you always fail.
What happened? Dreaming of Everest? So I made a new one. So here it is. This is a new Breezin. Can you see because of the orientation?
No.
So this is her, and I used like a side by side, and then this is her muscly arm. She punched her grandpa. It says I'm 75 on his Sears sweater, and here is girly bread waiting in the attic window of the $19.99 per night Airbnb. Yes. Do you think it looks like her a bit?
No, not really.
What?
I don't see it.
Kind of looks like Jennifer Aniston.
You know, like Chantal thinks that she's a comedian. It's like a comedian that gets on stage and they think they're funny and they tell jokes, but the jokes are so bad that nobody in the audience is laughing. They're looking at that person like, am I supposed to laugh? What was the funny part about your joke? Because I don't get it. That's the reaction that I'm getting right now. It's like, you're trying to be funny, but you're not funny. Like, you're the only one that gets the joke because nobody else does.
So I think this one sucks and we can rip it up. And this is a new one for you. Enjoy. So accurate. Yeah. Pickles and peppers. I can't really have any more salt. Sell it to me. I should start making paintings and put them. I could get nice canvas and make real artistic of whatever you want, and then I can frame it and sell them and ship them off to you guys. How much? You want this one for real?
You know, I wouldn't trust Chantal with a penny of my money. I mean, look what happened with the postcard club. For those who weren't around for that, Chantal set up a postcard club back when she was still seeing Natter. And the premise was, you know, she talked about travel. The premise was that when she would travel to different locations, that she would get a bunch of postcards and mail them off to the Beezers who were part of the postcard club. So people paid $10 a month for several months to the postcard club. Not a single person got a postcard. She did get the money. She did get paid. I believe the last time I checked, before she took it off, she got over $100 per person, and there were several people. No postcards. And then, of course, let's remember the Beezer spray. All the talk of the Beezer spray. Well, the Beezer spray was made, but really couldn't sell it. And let's also bring up her OnlyFans. Okay, we got to bring that up. A while back, Chantal set up an OnlyFans. And she advertised it, having it on her channel. And she made all kinds of promises about that OnlyFans, saying there was going to be exclusive content, that she was going to do more explicit story times, all that. So a lot of people from her channel signed up to her OnlyFans. A lot of membership signups. And then 2 days after announcing it and people signing up, she told everybody, well, I'm getting some weird request. A lot of guys want me to fart and show my boobs, and I'm uncomfortable. So you know what happened? A lot of people requested a refund. And Chantal lost out on a lot of money that could have been in her pocket. I guess she didn't think that through. At the moment she announced she was quitting the OnlyFans, that people would go to OnlyFans and request refunds. So no money for her. So later on, she made another OnlyFans, and this time she kept her mouth shut. And the entire time that OnlyFans was active, she didn't do much on it. She reposted content. A lot of people are very disgruntled, very unhappy because they weren't really getting content on there. So she's all about the get rich quick or get money in hand quick schemes, but she never follows through with giving something back. And see, that's how the universe works with everything. If you want something, you should also make a point to give something back. If you look at the universe and you say, I want $1 million, the universe is going to look back at you and go, okay, you want $1 million. If we help you, what are you going to give back? Like what's the trade-off here? If you say to the universe, I would like to make $1 million. If I make $1 million, I plan to donate to charity, part of what I make. And I want to open up soup kitchens or do charitable works. The universe looks at you and says, okay, you got it. This is the formula. You got to give back as well as take. Those who take, they don't get as much. But if you're saying you want something, you got to be willing to give back. Chantal has always been a taker. She's never truly been a giver, and she wonders why she doesn't have much. The universe has given her so much, and she's given so little back. Hence the reason why the universe is saying, we're yanking your credit line. You're in the red, and you got to work hard to get back in the green again.
I'm 75. I don't know how to draw old people for some reason, so that's what the grandpa looks like, but anyway. $10. $10? That's more than I deserve. Sure. I can mail it to you. Behind cravings only happen occasionally. I think Chantal's cravings. The thing is Chantal era, artist era. You would love a caricature? Chantal originals. Seriously, I would do it. I mean, I would do them better than this, even slightly. But yeah, I would do them like nice in color. I could make them in color and then frame them and sell them. You could ask me for whatever you want. A picture of whatever you want. Okay, I'll email you my ID. I would never I've never doxed anyone who sent me an email or sent me anything. I would not dox you guys.
I would not trust her with any kind of personal information. I really, really wouldn't.
At all. I know.
I mean, I got to bring this up. FFG contacted Chantal to warn her about Natter. And look what happened. She gave the phone and the phone number to Natter just to try to get in his good graces. So I wouldn't trust this woman. I really wouldn't.
You're going to say, well, you doxed FF Ghoul.
Yep.
That was a complete accident.
No, it wasn't. No. It wasn't like you were on the phone with her and he just was looking over your shoulder and saw the number. You stopped that right there. You did an entire stream where you were talking about it and you were so proud of yourself and going off on FFG. Please stop. Please stop lying. We got receipts all day.
Or whatever, like when I showed her number on the screen and I offered to pay to change it. So that's...
Well, the thing, here's the point. If you had done what you should have done, which is keep the number to yourself, there would be no need to change a number. No need. You talk about a private life, if you had kept that private, there would be no need to change a number. You think that by offering to change a number that undoes the damage that you've done? No, it's not going to fix it.
It's different. But I've had a lot of people send me their numbers and things. I never do that. No, I'm not like that.
This is Chantal's system. She acts like she will never hurt you. She learns things about you. She gets your information. But guess what? She doesn't throw it away. She puts it in her back pocket. I'm going to make up a scenario. Let's just say Bunny Foo Foo Sparkles is a Beezer, right? Supports Chantal. She reaches out to Chantal. Chantal has her information. Maybe Chantal knows some info about Bunny Foo Foo Sparkles. Well, maybe Bunny Foo Foo Sparkles gets tired of Chantal's nonsense and goes over to, say, FFG's chat or make a disgruntled video or something. Chantal will then turn around and retrieve that information that she has of Bunny Foo Foo Sparkles and put it on the internet or give it to people that are working for her and say, go after this person to shut them up. That's how she plays the game. She plays dirty pool. She'll hold on to your information and act like I will never hurt you. But if you do something or you say something she doesn't like, then she'll come after you. She and Natter both do that. That's how they play the game.
No, but I know you have to at least say it. You have to at least say, don't share this. I know. I'm sharing vertically because for some reason my phone, I don't know, I must have hit go live before I had a chance to set it up properly. So it's vertical. I'm sorry about that. Anyway. But yeah, so no problem streaming. But you have to pay for the shipping. I don't know how much it is. For a letter, I don't know, from Kuwait. I'd have to find out. Probably not much. Popcorn is a good snack. Yeah, I know, but you know what it is? It's just getting used to not being able to just eat whatever you want, especially if you want to eat what you want and you want to do mukbangs, and you want to be a foodie. You have to.
No. Doing mukbangs does not make you a foodie. It just means you're a glutton. You're a glutton, Chantal. You are not a foodie. You try to use the term foodie to make it seem like it's okay. You try to justify it by saying, I'm a foodie, when the truth is you are a glutton with a food issue that is unchecked. You're running from the horrible truth.
I think most mukbangers who are not obese have some form of discipline they
Yeah, they
incorporate in their
do.
daily routine, their daily life, where they just like watch what they're eating off screen, they exercise.
Mhm.
That's why I had the Brussels sprouts. I tried to eat something healthy, but I'm
Again, what are Brussels sprouts going to do against 4,000 calories? Nothing.
feeling really hungry. Like I could eat a 12-inch sub, some chips. I could totally just like pig out. But that feeling of being hungry is what I'm going to feel like good the next tomorrow and like healthier already, like I'm going to feel okay, I'm not going to wake up bloated and everything. So I need to remember this.
Okay, this fool. Salah, your comments, sir. He says, Charles, if there were real informative reactors with talents, we would admit it, but actually all of them are trash. Salah, listen, you're a Johnny come lately. You just walked into Girl World and you were not invited here by anyone other than Chantal, but you are not wanted nor welcome. There are lots of people that are reactors that are very informed, that have archives. We've been watching her for years, way before you showed up. We know a lot more about her than you do. You are just a rental husband, a Johnny come lately. And the only reason why Chantal's hanging on to you is because she's in bad health and the probability of her finding a replacement are basically next to zero. So your position as the rental husband, the stand-in husband, is safe. And as far as calling us trash, can we talk about you for a minute? You being a man of sound mind and body, that you could go out and get a job and make your own way, be independent as you should. What are you doing? You're living off of a food addict. You're profiting off of an addict and their addiction. You're putting an addict to work so that you can have a cushy lifestyle. That's low. That's really, really, really low. That although you are of sound mind and body and you're healthy and you could beat the streets and find a job and do for yourself and make your own money, you are so lazy and so stupid that you're living off of someone like Chantal. Although there's no future in her, she's in bad health, anything could happen to her at any time. Not exactly a good life plan. Living off of this gluttonous, rude, vulgar creature. Associating yourself with her. Do you realize that even if the two of you split up physically, you're already done for on the internet? Your online presence is forever ruined. Your name and her name are going to be forever linked. If they look up your name, they're going to see her. So any hopes, dreams you might have of being a social media star, just put those in the trash and burn them. It's a done deal. There was a price to be paid for hooking onto her like a leech, and you're going to pay it. You're paying it now, and you'll pay later when she's gone. But those of us that are reactors, we work hard at our reactions to make them informative, educational, fun, witty. What are you doing? You're living off a super morbidly obese woman, knowing she's unhealthy. and you're contributing to that. You're enabling that. You're a sick individual living off a sick individual. So please have a seat and say nothing.
So, Vielle, I will learn how to make do with what I have and learn to appreciate the simple things. Yes. Oh, Tracy. Sorry. What did you say? Cheesy puffs. Hi, Teardrop. Hi. I even missed Teardrop. Yes, exactly, Hot Tea. Gratitude is the key to happiness. Because
And you have none.
like I always say, and I've learned this too, if you're waiting to get a Van Cleef necklace or a Hermes bag or, a huge house, a car, if you have a car, let's say you have a Kia and it's, old and everything, but it works, and you're really just longing for a really nice, I don't know, new car, and it's like you already have one. Be grateful. Like, you know what I mean? You probably have a lot more than one.
Not this ungrateful creature trying to teach us all about gratitude when she has none herself. Chantal, you are no one to teach anyone about gratitude. You're a taker, not a giver.
A lot of people. And gratitude, if you're waiting to be happy on material things, you're never going to be happy because there's always someone who has more than you. Don't compare your journey and just be grateful with what you have. That's the key. Sorry, Iona. Yeah, I'm in a different. No, I just messed up the setup. Hi, little Nitty. Bless Birkin. No, I would never spend that on a Birkin, on a purse. Never. I'm totally happy with my hand-me-down Calvin
You know
Klein.
what the sad thing is? Once upon a time, back in the Natter era, Chantal could have afforded a Hermes bag and still paid her bills. This was back when she was making $20,000-$30,000 a month. Yeah, she was making that much. Her money has gone way down. So as far as her talking about money and finances, she's always going to choose the narrative and the angle that fit her finances at the time. During the Natter era, she would drop so much money without blinking an eye. She really would. Like, ridiculous amounts of money. Huge. Spending $4,000, $5,000 a month on food. That's not counting the junk food. Spending thousands at the dispensary. Giving Natter money. Lots of money. It was crazy. And she made a big deal about having the money. She went to Cuba drunk and was saying, I have so much money and I hate money. And the universe heard her and said, oh, really? Well, we're sorry that you hate money. Let's help you fix that. And look what's happened. Now she's got this narrative and she's framing it as it's good to be frugal and be grateful for what you have. But if somebody walked up in front of Chantal tomorrow with $1 million and dropped it in her lap, she'd be on her high horse and snooty and saying, look what I have. I have an Hermes bag and I'm going to France. I'm like, she would throw it in our faces. She's very material, money oriented.
Totally happy. I mean, I don't even really need. You know what? I don't even bring my wallet out. My wallet always stays here. I don't even know I need a purse. I need a purse. You know why? Put the microphones, the stand, water, stuff like that. So I don't even care about purses. Anyways, a Birkin is like what, 10,000 to 30,000. You can't even fit much in it. What the heck? Comparison is the thief of joy. Exactly. Yes. What's the coolest hand-me-down you ever received?
Nothing.
I don't know, actually. Can't really think. I mean, I haven't received that many. I don't know. Maybe the Calvin Klein bag. Hi, Wally Nut. Welcome. Thank you for subbing. You should carry ID. You think so? I mean, I'm not going to bring my... I'm afraid to lose my passport. Perseverance is the key. Thank you, YouTube. Can you draw my profile pic? I don't even know what it is. You can cram a lot blush, really? Time for eBay with those drawings, teardrop. Yeah. Yeah, I could. I could make drawings for people. Like actual art. You could have a Foodie Beauty art. I'll sign it, Beauty Bite. Foodie.
Little spoiler for anybody on her side that you might actually think she's serious about selling art. Not going to happen. She's in a foreign country. The shipping would be insane. For her to ship from where she's at to over to Canada or the Western world, the shipping would be nuts. Even if she charged $10 per painting, the charges would be much more than that. You'd be paying like $50, $60 in shipping. And also, just to keep in mind, long ago, Chantal could have made so much money if she had set up a merch store and come up with a design and put it on coffee mugs and t-shirts back in her heyday. But she was too lazy and she just didn't do it. And so she missed out on a lot of money. That's her fault. But she never follows through with anything that she says she's going to do unless it involves her getting food somehow.
Beauty. And I'll get some, like, real paper and some color pencils, draw some, like, make something and frame it in a cheap ass frame. Wow, egg on legs. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just trying to count calories because I realize I'm not going to be, like, that's most things I do in life are just half-ass. And you know what?
You know what, Chantal? I just want to say something to you. Look, I know you pay attention to other mukbangers or people who are super morbidly obese. You pay attention to Nikocado Avocado. You pay attention to Amberlyn Reed. And you especially pay attention to Hungry Fat Chick and the content that she's doing. All of that. You pay attention to other people's freaking content rather than do your own. How much money they're making, what views they get, what ideas they come up with. Borrowing off other people when you shouldn't. Like, you used to be original a little bit, not anymore.
At least it's something. I mean, just counting calories. Even like right now.
Oh, what I was going to say, sorry, I kind of got sidetracked. You talk about counting calories, right? Hungry Fat Chick. She has a channel. And she titled her channel Hungry Fat Chick. So she's pretty much saying what's going on just with her handle. She does her mukbangs. She is unproblematic. She doesn't talk about a bunch of personal issues. She doesn't rage at people. She doesn't go off on people. She sits down and she does her mukbangs. Very straightforward kind of content. Very calm. You got to pick a lane. Like, you're wondering why her channel's bigger than yours is because she knows the audience that she's catering to. She knows what they're there for. They are there for the food fetish stuff. They are not there for the drama. They don't want to hear her complain. They are there to get their fetish fix fulfilled and move along. Where you keep screwing up is A, you shouldn't be doing the fetish stuff on YouTube to begin with. That's number one. Number two, you have guys that want to come to you for the feedy stuff, but you keep mixing in all the various drama that they're really not interested in. Kind of muddying the waters a bit. You copy other people, but you don't take note of what they do on their channels and how they do it. You're narcissistic and all you want to do is talk about yourself, and it's boring. It's boring.
I know it's going to work because I feel hungry. And that means that I'm not eating and binging like I normally would all night,
Yes, you are. You're eating every 2 hours. You told us that.
On snacks or whatever. So I took my meds. I had my collagen today, which is good. I'm getting bags and wrinkles. Just eat slower. But that burger was good, but 950 calories for a burger? That sucks. Why?
She sounds like a little kid right here. Why does it have to have 950 calories? There's just so many calories. If it had lower calories, I could eat it more often. Like, she's complaining about the amount of calories in a hamburger. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just bad for you.
I'm mad at myself because I could have had like calories to eat tonight.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Like, when I think about it, the Wendy's grilled chicken burger is just as good, and it's like half the calories. Just do portion control. Sodium is awful for eye bags.
Kelly, she doesn't do portion control. See, in Chantal's world, if she tries to do portion control, she feels like she's restricting herself, and that rebellious side comes out. It comes all the way out and tells her, you don't have to listen to anybody. You don't have to restrict yourself. Have the whole burger right here, right now. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Don't stop yourself. You know you want to eat it all, so go ahead. Portion control does not work with her. Trust me. She tries to use the excuse if she tries to control the portions of food or restrict away from food that makes her have a bee moment. That's just her way of justifying having the bee moment.
Thanks, Racy PC. I'm going to try not to eat anything.
You try.
I'm going to try really hard, for real.
Liar.
It's depressing. It depresses me.
Why? Girlfriend, you just had the Mr. Beast burger. You've already done too much. Like, she's sulking right now. Like a little kid, she's sulking. I want to keep eating. What do you mean I can't keep eating? She's sulking. That's why she needs therapy. That's why she needs inpatient. That's why she needs coping skills and coping mechanisms. The spoiled little brat inside of her is sulking that she can't have what she wants when she wants it.
But I know tomorrow that depression will be gone because I'll have a whole day I can eat, and I'll be proud of myself that I didn't.
Okay, stop right there. She just said something important. So she basically just said, I'm happy when I'm eating. When I can't eat, when somebody or something tells me I can't eat, it makes me depressed. It makes me angry. But tomorrow, once everything resets, she's like, I'm going to feel better tomorrow because I can eat what I want. So that's not really depression. That's just her being sulky that she can't have what she wants at this very minute.
Tonight. Maybe even with being a foodie, maybe think about more descriptive words.
Yes.
Wolf pup. Yeah.
You know, there are such things called as a thesaurus, Chantal, or a dictionary. Plenty of descriptive words in those books. Pick them up once in a while.
I guess. I should draw my profile picture. What? Have some protein. One day at a time. What movie are you watching? Sorry, stop doing that. I forgot you guys can hear that. Thanks, Thumbelina. Chick-fil-A. Oh, they sell the sauce. Yeah. Yeah, it's a slippery slope hot tea, and before you know it, it's exactly. Turkey burgers. Yeah, you need leaner meat. That's the problem. It has less calories in it. Or I could make ground chicken out of a chicken breast in my food processor. Because, like, chicken burgers are good, too.
Blah, blah, blah. Food talk. Next.
So boring. I don't care what anyone says. Snacks make the movie more interesting. 100%. Could you watch a movie with...
I think Chantal has the oral fixation. I mean, she just it's ritual to her. It's habit. that she's always going to be sticking something in her mouth if nothing is coming out. Honestly, I think she's got a serious oral fixation.
With no snacks? Hey, Sophie.
Let's move ahead.
On cheese.
I'm trying to move ahead to get away from the food talk to see if there's anything else here. And everywhere I keep stopping, she's talking about freaking food. Does it end?
I don't remember what Jordy looks like. I really don't. Go for jail. I did pizza. Draw Buster. No.
Now that's interesting. Some people have asked her to draw her mom or Buster. She doesn't want to. She only wants to draw people that she doesn't like.
Let me see. They're somehow so recognizable. I think your mama would be boring to draw. I'd have to look. I don't know. Anyways. Sam in a prison outfit. I don't think so, Tracy. I'd have to see. Hey, Christine. Why do you have a minor in your chat? What, like, how do I know everyone's age? Do you think?
You do know. You do know how old, or rather young, Ghostface Gamer, aka Ghostface Beauty, is, Chantal. You know how old he is. And something else is very telling. Do y'all remember when everything came out about Karate Joe, her old mod? Like I was there when I jumped into the Foodieverse and Karate Joe was her main mod. And I do remember like her doing the 2 to 3 a.m. late night drives through the drive-thrus, and Karate Joe was her main mod, and he was bossing Chantal around and she was letting him get away with it. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to do a couple of things. Let's keep going with this react.
Think I'm an effing fortune teller? What kind of stupid question is that?
Huh? I'm lost.
It's like my responsibility to be aware of the age of everyone in my chat? No. Do some parenting and get your kid off the internet.
Oh, what was I saying before I had to go take a break? Urgent break. I was saying that when it came to Karate Joe, her main mod, when everything blew open and it was found out what he did, because he was and I have to say it this way, a PDF file, a sex offender. Notice the lack of surprise and disgust from Chantal. She wasn't surprised. As a matter of fact, she sympathized with Karate Joe, saying he was sorry for what he did and we should just forgive him. Yeah, she said that about a PDF file. And here we are again with Ghostface Gamer, aka Ghostface Beauty on YouTube. Notice the lack of surprise about his age. There's been no reaction of, oh my God, he's an A minor? Like she didn't know? She did know. The lack of surprise and shock is very telling. She's known all along, and she probably gets off on the fact that she's got an A minor in her chat, and because he's so young and obsessed with her, she can easily influence him and turn him into a pawn on her chessboard. And because he's obsessed with Foodie, he'll do whatever it is she asks him to do.
Internet if you're worried about it. Frig. Horse teeth. I did draw the hamster. I know. People are dumb. Sorry, nothing makes me rage more than dumbness. How
Then you should be raging about yourself all the time then.
many hamsters have you really had? I'm good, be our guest. No, just one hamster. I proved it. He has the same spot. Trust me, if Howie passes, we're having a funeral, so don't worry about it. It is hot today. I don't know the temp. I think it was like 50. Amen. Like, what are they insinuating? Like, what are you insinuating by asking me, why do you have a minor in your chat? How do you know they're a minor? Ask yourself that.
Because it was exposed that he was an A minor. Everybody knows his age. He's not of age, Chantal. And the fact that you're not surprised about him being an A minor tells me that you've known all along and you did not care.
Jeez.
So even after you are told and informed that he's an A minor, you go over to his channel and you're leaving comments and he's even using your intro. So how creepy is that? That he's that obsessed with you, that he's made comments that he wishes that you and Salah were his parents. Or maybe you like the fact that A minor is obsessed with you in a creepy way. You like the attention. You like the control. Predator.
Draw salmon Yava's marriage. You're a fan? Anyway. Do Sam and Yava's wedding on the... And do you know how many trolls come in here and say they're young? Like, you don't know anyone's age. It's not... It's like... It's so stupid. What? Jean Suze?
You know, Chantal just doesn't learn. Does she? All the trouble that she brought on herself going on Omegle. Is it Omegle or Omegle? She went on Omegle, was talking to younger men than the A minor that exposed himself. And she continued to talk about that young man in a very nasty, disgusting, vulgar way, even after she started a new stream talking about his private parts, making the comment of, oh, I could be his mom. That's hot. I mean, ew. You would think all the trouble that she has brought upon herself, messing around with, talking to people that are much too young, she'd tend to stay away from that, but she just hasn't. Makes you wonder about her. Really wonder how much of a predator she is.
Grasping at straws, yeah. She and Dustin Monty. I feel like I should respect the elderly. I don't know why. I feel bad drawing someone elderly. I identify as a 9-year-old tree. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. The Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile.
Is this all she's
I
going
don't
to
even know
do?
what flag that is.
Moving on.
Yeah, Chef Pondu, like what? They know the stupidity knows no bounds, yes. I can't pay your rent. I can't give you anything. You tried the viral pistachio bar. No.
Okay, we're going to jump around a lot because she's getting, she started off boring. She's getting more boring. I don't know how much more of this I can take, but I'm going to jump ahead and see what's up.
Looks so good. The Kanafa
Next.
Whoever's wasting their time doing the face like emoji, I don't care. You're wasting your thumb spamming. Like Cracker Barrel. I've never been there. Or have I been there? I don't remember. I think I went when I went stateside. Did I ever do a Cracker Barrel one? No, I made Cracker Barrel style.
Talking about food again. Done with that.
I'm going to be canceled now. Shan Jones, you're missing the entire point, okay? You're missing the entire point. Has nothing to do with that. Nothing. It only has, it doesn't matter. It's not the point of how she saw it. It's the point of her having the nerve to talk about it and make fun of it when, hello, like, are you kidding? Look who you were going to bed with. That's
okay. I'm confused about something. I'm sorry to bring this up because it's kind of a dumb point. This person Slusky says trolls be making hate channels of me. Sluss, I don't even know who you are. Never heard of you. So what do you mean? I'm part of Girl World and I haven't seen any mention of you. So what are you talking about? What are you flexing over? Because I've never seen your name ever.
the point. I hope you can get it. I hope you can connect the dots. You can speak your piece, Lord knows they do. Yeah, they're going to do it for another 3 hours after this live stream.
And what do you care? Shut up. Chantal, remember back in the day with Natter? Are you even aware the amount of time that you spent doing live streams all day, all night? Literally, I'm not even joking, 8 to 12 hours a day, every day for months. And you have the nerve to complain about somebody doing a 3-hour stream? Like, maybe it's something special. What do you care what somebody else does on their channel or how they do it? How does that affect you? Why are you pocket watching? Why are you going into other people's backyards, interrupting their barbecues, eating their food, and complaining about everything? No one invited you and nobody wants you there. Stay in your own pathetic yard. Leave us alone.
If they're not already. Little people. No, he's, I don't know. Anyway, manlet. Manlet! Remember that term? Sorry, Tracy, I'm still going like this. Yeah, goodbye, Shan Jones. No one cares about you. Hi, Wheezy! I'm extremely short and derogatory. I am short, yeah, but I'm not making fun of anyone's, stuff. People get mad when you speak up. They make their entire channels doing the exact same thing. Exactly. It's my channel. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to.
And so are we. We're going to talk about whatever we want to. The thing is, if somebody does a reaction on you, Chantal, no matter who it is, and they've got things to say, you could be on your channel and you could have things to say. And the smart way to do it is to watch or listen to whatever it is that somebody else has said about you. Make up a whole bullet point checklist of the bigger points, of stronger points, of things you want to point out and stick with that. But when it comes time for you to respond, you're a coward and you really have nothing to say. You really can't refute the points that somebody else has made about you because you lie and you have nothing to defend yourself except insults, which mean nothing to us and nobody cares.
I hate when people tell me what not to talk about or what to talk about. Like, no. Okay? No. Little people, big world. Let's think of a good comedy for movie night. Yeah, I was going to watch a horror movie, but maybe a comedy. Yes, Suzanne, I still have my cat. No, I sold her on the market. She's turning tricks to earn her wet food.
That is so gross. Shut the F up, Chantal. That's gross. Shut up. Don't even talk like that about your pet, even as a joke.
Motherhood is sacred. Stop, ladies and gentlemen. If I had a 14-year-old male in my chat, I would get to the bottom of it. Whatever. Good for you, Sue Ellen. Go virtue signal somewhere else. No one cares. No one cares. If you want to think I'm a predator, I don't care.
You are a predator. You are. I mean, and you can call me a hater all you want, Chantal. You are a predator. You've been a predator since you were young. I mean, I don't know where you learned it. I don't know where you picked it up. I don't know what caused it to happen. But you've had predatory ways since your teen years. The stories of you stalking 2 teenage boys, and the father had to come out and tell you to go home or he's calling the cops. And the other story about you hiding in a man's bedroom. I mean, something is wrong with you. And then everything we've seen with you, with Natter. You are a predator, ma'am. You're horrible. The worst of the worst.
I really don't. Whatever. Just get lost.
I mean, you're not looking for a man that's independent, that'll truly be an equal and a partner. You look for men that are disadvantaged somehow. So you could take advantage and get control and have the leverage. That is predatory thinking and behavior. You're a predator. You're a weak person, and you look for people that are disadvantaged, that are hurting, that you can take control of. A weak person looking for weaker people, people who might be broken, people who might be in need, so that you could feel strong.
You're annoying. Yeah, but stop shaming women who had abortions. They think that I give a crap about that. I don't care about anything you have to say about anything in my past. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You're not going to shame me. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I think she's getting warmed up. It took some time to get there, but I have a little bit of an attitude. Keep going, Chantal.
Like, I'm the one it happened to, and if I don't care and you care, that's weird. Hi, Susie. Wants to heat the kettle. Other people care because they had abortion. Yeah, I know. Like, it's whatever, you know. My favorite movie is The Shining. I'm not angry, Penny May. I'm not angry. Oh, no, I'm not.
You're just defensive.
I'm just speaking facts. That's all. And I'm very animated about it. Not a predictor pot calling kettle black. What are you talking about? No, I didn't see anyone make fun of my pool. I don't care. It's not like mine. I don't own it. Let's stay away from my body, my choice. I need an autograph, so please let me buy your artwork. If you want to buy my artwork, email me or reach out to me and I'll make you a personalized artwork, but you have to pay and you have to pay shipping.
See, like other channels that are much smaller than Chantal, they do giveaways. Why can't she give away her artwork? It's not like it took her thousands of hours to make the pictures. Why not just mail out the artwork? No, she's going to try to make some money off of it, even though it's not that good.
Hey, Shelly, no snacks. Yeah, Bali, yeah. Read the short bus to avoid everyone. There was like 2 kids on. I didn't care. F all those kids. That bus driver. I rode the short bus. I had to ride a short bus to daycare, but so did everybody. You know? Wipe the left side of your cheek. No, I want to keep it there. You would literally pay? I would totally buy a painting. Okay. You guys can, honestly, if you're serious, email me and or message me on probably message me on TikTok or yeah, maybe email.
So, see, this is Chantal to a T. Never about giving something away or doing acts of charity or just goodwill. It's all about, can I make money off of this? People want to buy this? Cool. Let's see if I can make $10.
I don't know. Okay, what I'll do is after the stream, I'll put in the community post where you can reach out to me. So just, you can also check the description, should be there, but.
Greedy fool.
He is Mama Juice.
Put the cat down.
Drinking members. Oops.
Okay, you know what? I might be missing something. She's got 10 minutes left. So we'll just end it here. So that's my thoughts, guys, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I thank you so much for being here and sharing this moment with me. So please take care and have a wonderful rest of your day. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.